Hey, so do you own an IT support business or MSP and you're not getting as many new customers or clients from Google as you want? Then this video is for you because I'm going to be working with that today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go random business, pick out an IT support business that's not getting business from Google, and we're going to go through and do an analysis and try to figure out why. Now, if you have an IT support business, MSP, you're going to want to watch this because I'm going to show you the problems they have on their website or their Google business profile and why they're not showing up on Google. All right, so let's just jump right into it. So what you guys want to see here is this, is I put an IT support company near me, or IT support, let's put IT support, let's just do that, I like that better. IT support near me. We're in Phoenix, so I put in IT support near me. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. You see that here, so it thinks we're there. First thing we see is these two sponsored listings. So let's take a quick look at this. So the way this works is if you look on something, you're looking for something on Google, and these come up. These are paid listings, and so paid ads. And so if you go through and look at them, they'll usually be on top of they're paid. These guys are paid. These guys are paid. This guys are paid here too. And then see if we see them down below. And we come down and you see, oh, we see this company here. 1, 2, 3, and then another sponsor down here. Actually, that was the same one we saw up here. So let's talk about this. This is called Google Maps. In case you didn't realize it, if you understand this already, great, but I'll take a couple minutes to explain it. So with Google Maps, the way this works is if you put anything in search anything on Google local, whether it be Mexican restaurant near me or dentist, whatever, these three businesses come up. These are Google Maps. And so if 100 people were searched for IT support near me this week in Phoenix or your city, roughly 80% of them would take one of these, would pick one of these three businesses. The 10% would probably take one of these paid listings, like we have up here and we have down here. And another 10% would choose one of these companies down here. And this is all these down here. This is Google organic. So if you did regular SEO and you had an SEO company, this is where they're trying to get you. So that's not what we do because they only getting 10. These are not 9, 10 companies, and they're only getting 10 of the search clicks or 10 of the calls. So you want to be up here. So that's what we do, is we help you get in Google Maps, and that's what this is all about, is helping your company get on Google Maps. Okay, so let's look at this company right here, Green Loop IT Solutions. That's interesting, all right, because they're paying to be here. So we just jump in and take them and talk about them, but let's see where they're at in the real world, okay? So I'm gonna come over here, more businesses. Now, no one clicks more businesses. Let's start right there. If you're not on Google Maps here, you got a small chance of ever being found. But I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna open up a new tab here, and then I'm gonna go down. See, they're paid over here too. I'm gonna come down, and we're gonna see exactly where this Green Loop IT Solutions is. I'm not sure if we're gonna focus on them or not yet, but let's take a look. All right, so we come down here. See, there's a lot of IT companies trying to get business, and there's a lot here. So then we went through the first page. Boom, again, they're sponsored up here. The reason they're sponsored is because they're so far down over here. So we come down here, and there they are, finally here. Bingo. So we found them about halfway down, or 3/4 of the way down page 2. They're never going to be found. But let's just take a quick peek at them here. Now, one thing I need to explain to you, it's not your website that gets you on Google Business. Excuse me, it's not your website that gets you on Google Maps. It's your Google Business profile. All right, so let's take a quick peek at their Google Business profiles. Comes up here. This is their Google Business profile. First problem I see is they got 34 reviews. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then we'll come back down here, and then we look at it here, and it shows that they are posting. It looks like they got these. I swear, there must be a lot of companies that use this service, because this same service, without any link, without any photo, without anything cool at all, I see it all the time on IT support. And this type of almost silly creative is about what we see. So this is about what you see here, and they are posting what, every 5-6 days or so, something like that. 10 days, I don't know, but they do have posts, not absolutely terrible. And then they have profiles here. We're going to talk about all that, okay? But let's look at Green Loop Solutions here a little deeper. So I come up here again, they have 34 reviews. So they're up here trying to compete with the company with 37, 74, and 76. And consumers are pretty savvy. They realize these guys paid to be here. These guys earned their way up, and these guys paid here. So let's take a quick look at their website and sort of take a look at some of the problems they have, or why they're not on the map pack, and why they're on halfway, 3/4 down the page to page 2. So let's take a quick peek at what we got here. So this is their website, Green Loop IT Solutions. This is sort of back up. Let's go back here. I'm going to go back. Let's go back to here. Let's do this. This is called your Google Business Profile landing page. So let's see if it's the same page as this. Because over here, this is take all this gobbledygook aside. This is that page. Let's see if it's the same page, just for poops and giggles. Oops, let's move this over. Whoops. Let's move this over here. All right. So it looks like it. Nope, different page. So this is their. Is that the same? I don't think it is. Yeah. So this is their Google Business Profile landing page for their Google Business Profile. And I don't know if this is all the guys they have, but if they have all these people working, then they need they need a lot of customers to keep all this mouse fed. Okay, all these people working. Okay, so this is their website. It's a nice looking website. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at this. So we come back over here, and so they have their main category is computer support and services. And it turns out that all these companies have this. So if I was recommending what their main Google Business Profile category would be, I'd probably take computer support and services, because that's what Google's rewarding. It may be different in Austin, Atlanta, Miami, Boston, wherever. Every place is different. So you got to look. And so I tell people Google's an open book test. Google shows you what to do. They don't tell you what to do necessarily. I don't believe them a lot of times, but they show you what to do. So this is showing me that your main Google Business Profile category, at least for IT support near me, it should be computer support and services, because that's what they're rewarding. Okay, so let's take a look here at their Google Business Profile landing page. This is the title tag up here. I come up here, it says outsourced IT support, Phoenix and Bend. Well, that's the first problem right there, because that tells me they're trying to do too much with this page. And what I mean by that, this might be their home page. I get it. But the problem is they're trying to rank in Phoenix and Bend. They're trying to be halfway on the platform, halfway on the train, and it ain't never going to work. So if you want to try to rank in Phoenix, you got to go for Phoenix. You want to try to rank in Bend, you got to go for Bend. But what that means to me is you need a separate location page, Google Business Profile landing page for your Phoenix location, and a separate landing page for your Bend location. And everything's going to have to be separate. You're going to have 2 of everything. I get it. I have lots of clients with IT clients with more than one location. You can't try to be all things to everybody. So this should be just a Phoenix page, okay? This page should be about 2 things. I know IT support is what people search for. I get it. And they might even search for outsource IT support. So that's why you put that here, because that's why you're trying to get ranked here. The problem is it ain't working. Because remember, I went over here and I put in IT support near me, and the only way you got found was on your sponsored listing. It's not working for you. So it's sort of like what Albert Einstein said, is making the same mistake again and again and not changing, Yeah. You got to do something different. So this ain't working for you. So this page right here, this is your home page. or excuse me, no, I say homepage. Looks like it is a homepage, but it looks like it's a Google Business Profile landing page for Phoenix. Now, I would make a separate page for Phoenix. I'd make a separate page for Ben, but put that aside. So this page has got to be about two things and two things only. Let me back up. You need to show Google, rather, that you have topical relevance. That is, you deserve to be here on the Google Maps, because you're not on there now. So Google doesn't trust you. I hate to say it. I mean, you're probably a trustworthy company. I'm talking about trust in a different way. Google doesn't trust your business well enough to put you on Google Maps. So everything I'm going to tell you to do is how to get Google to trust you well enough to put you on Google Maps, because that's what we do. That's what you need to do. All right. So I come over here, and you got computer support and services. So whatever your Google Business Profile landing page is, it's got to be about two things. It's got to be about computer support and services and Phoenix, Arizona, and that's it. That's what that page has got to be about. So you're trying to do too much with this page. You're trying to rank for computer support and services. You're trying to rank for IT support. You're trying to rank for outsourced IT support. You're trying to rank in Phoenix. You're trying to rank in Bend. You're trying to do way too much with this page. This page should be about your main Google Business Profile category, computer support and services. And then you should have a separate page for computer support and services in Phoenix, and a separate page for computer support and services in Bend. And then branching out from the Phoenix page is you should have all your topical relevance pages. We're going to talk about that in a second. But the way you have this set up now, you're confusing the hell out of Google. Google doesn't really know a whole lot about what you do. And we haven't got into the nuts and bolts of it. We just looked at your title tag. Now let's go over here. I'm going to open up SEO Pro extension, and then we're going to see exactly how bad or how good it is. Okay, again, you're trying to do Phoenix and Bend. You're trying to do IT support company, IT services, all this other stuff. You're trying to do too much, dude. Sorry, that's it. Now let's go to your headings. So this is your headings right here. This is what Google's looking at besides your title tag. They're looking at your headers to try to figure out what your website's about. Okay, so I'm going through here, and I don't see one place here, anywhere on any of these title tags. I'm looking, I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going down. I don't see one place. Here they go. You got an H5 that says Phoenix, another H5 that says Bend. So your H1 has got to be about computer support and services, right? And then you need, coming down from that, you're going to need, bear with me a second. And then you're going to need some LSI, latent semantic indexing. I know that sounds crazy. It is latent semantic indexing. Basically, it's keywords that Google's looking at to see if you have the expertise or what we call topical relevance, so you deserve to be on Google Maps. So that's what I'm looking for down here, and I'm not really seeing that. It talks about integrity and your IT technicians, and it's not to suggest this is terrible. It does say IT support a lot, IT whatever. It does say that. It's all about it. But remember, this page has got to be about your Google Business Profile main category, computer support and services. So that's what I suggest you do about this. Then look over here and see your schema. You do have some web page schema. Great. You do have website schema. Great. You do have organization schema. Fantastic. Let's see here. I mean, it's not terrible schema. Don't get me wrong. Breadcrumb schema. All right. And so breadcrumb list. All right. Web page. So this is what it's about. So you have schema, not terrible. So I'll give you a plus for that. But the negativity of all this is you're trying to be all things to all people when you should have a location page, a separate location page for each of these. And you need to be about, the location page needs to be about two things. Computer support and services for Phoenix, Arizona. Then after that, you talk about integrity, outsourcing, anything you want to talk about, okay? And then I would have separate IT support pages. So let's go through that. So they go through and talk about managed services. You have an IT support page here. I come up here and look at the title tag. Here, let's come over here. And I look at it, and SEO Pro extension, and I look at the here, and it's got Phoenix, okay? IT support, okay? So that's not terrible. I would like to have AZ up there too, but that's not entirely terrible. Then I come over here, IT support Phoenix, okay, I could live with that. And then you have Phoenix down here too. Phoenix there, that's not entirely terrible, other than, but let's see how it's linked up. So then what I want to see is if this might be the most important page you have other than your home page. And so then I want to see it coming linking off of here, and as opposed to linking off of your nav bar, because there's very little Google juice. Coming off your nav bar doesn't get you a whole lot of structure. So then I'm looking over here, looking over here, looking over here. I don't see it. Okay, that's okay. But that's the way I would do it. Let's talk about your structure. Okay, let's talk about your Google Business Profile and your structure. So sit tight 1 second here. All right. So I just turned on my extension, GMB, everywhere. I have the paid version. We use it all the time. But you can get the free version and do what you need to do. So I come over here, and this is our green loop. So let's go ahead and just for poops and giggles, let's do a Google Business Profile audit of green loop. All right. So this is what they have here. They have, like I said, 34 reviews. This is their categories. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. This is all their categories. This is all the ones they have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't be 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 is all you have. So they have the maximum number of categories. Now we look over here, and let's look at, so computer support and services, this is what I see all the time. Then they have consulting. Oh, that's the same one. Yeah, so what they're doing here is the problem, I'm going through all this, the problem with what they're doing is all these categories are under their main Google Business Profile. There you go. Then computer service, that's another one here. See, they have computer, let's see here. Right here. So they have some under computer service. Keep going down. They have some under data recovery. This is actually better than most. But the problem is they have some under computer networking. This is actually better structure than I see most having, which is they could be doing a lot worse. And so this is all their categories. This is all the categories. This is all the services. And the problem is it doesn't have the exact correct structure. Do I like all these? Probably not. I think this is probably too many categories. This might be too many services. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So this is a Google Business Profile mirror structure. We have this. Go with me here. It's one that we use for some of our clients. Pretty similar, not exact every time. So we have, and we could have others here too. Don't get me wrong, okay? But this is what this one has as a main category, and then we put the most important ones, the ones that we really, really want to rank for, under the main category. And then under these secondary categories, we have other ones here. So I don't know, this is probably 34, 35 different service niches, okay? You don't, I think that's enough. I mean, if I had more, I'd probably use them, but you don't need to have that. And so this is the way we're going to structure the Google Business Profile. So under each category, and by the way, the business we just looked at, what was it called? Was it Green Loop? What's the name of this company again? Green Loop Solutions. Yeah, Green Loop Solutions. What they have, bear with me 1 second. Oops. Yeah, what they have is better than most, don't get me wrong. But this is the way you want to structure this on your Google Business Profile. And then you go into your website and you structure your website the exact same way. That's why we call it mirror structure. So you structure your Google Business Profile, then the website structured the exact same way. Then when we have those two structured, that's when we start posting on your social media. So let's take a quick peek at that. All right, so we're back. So I come to the share button here because I want to just pick up this and see what it looks like clean here. I take this and then I copy the link. I come over here, open a new window, paste it. Boom. Now this is our Google Business Profile. Got it. Okay, perfect. So this is it over here. Down here, this is a lot of what they have over here. And this is their Facebook. That should match that. Green loop. Let's just go with this. See what the heck happens. All right. But this is their Google Business Profile. Okay. Now, this is, like I said, this is one of their posts. I don't like it because it doesn't link back to their website. I want to make sure this has all the same categories and service niches, not on every post, but that's what we're trying to post over here about matching their Google Business Profile to their website, to their social media with the same categories and service niches. That's what I'm talking about here. So they posted 5 days ago, not terrible. No creative, no photo with it. I don't like that. But put that, Google doesn't like that, but put that aside. And now let's open up their Facebook just for poops and giggles and see what's going on over here. All right, this is it. So this is the first problem I see is they come over here. This says Phoenix, which is great. So I don't know if they have a separate Greenloop IT Solutions for BIN, but they should. They should have a separate one for each location. They should have separate Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all separate for each location. And these are all trust signals to Google that you're trustworthy. Okay. So then look over here and look at the last time you've had a post is September 12th, 2023. That's not going to feed the bulldog. Okay. That's not giving a big trust signal to Google that you're trustworthy. Then I open this up and look at it. Okay. That's all here. You do have a link back to your website announcing this. This is all great. And you have, all your nice, cute little, I don't mean a bad way, all your hashtags there. And then it has links back to your website, which is great. It has Phoenix. I want to see that address here. So we want to see that address everywhere. So for the Greenloop IT Solutions, you need to have that address. Remember, all these are trust indicators to Google showing that you're trustworthy. All right. So then I want to see more recent posts, and I want to see, and Google wants to see most importantly, but you want to see the right address there. So then we come back to over here and look at it. Let's see what you're doing on your LinkedIn. So we come to your LinkedIn, and again, all right, I'm looking here, and I don't see, maybe it's here somewhere. I'm missing it. There it is. You have a link to your website. All right, but I want to see your address here for your Phoenix location, and I want to see post. It says they have 3 locations. I don't know where the other one is. We found one at Bend. So I suppose this is the one for Phoenix, which is great, and that's fantastic. And I'm looking over here to see post, and 3 weeks ago. It's that same silly, I don't know. And these posts are better than nothing. Let's start with that. But these posts aren't good, and you're not putting any keywords into it. So, it's all right, but better than nothing. You are posting 4 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, but you're not posting regularly. So that's what I want to see. I want to see more regular posts, and so does Google, because this is what Google wants to see is more regular posts. So that's what we're looking at here. And so then down here, just make sure you should have all your social media linked up. So again, this should be all that social media named, linked here in profiles. It's only going to show 4, which you linked up. And then you need more recent, or should I say, more relevant posts for your services and categories down here, right? All right, this is great. This address has got to be everywhere. So let's take a look at that. So let's look at that right here. This is interesting, 48th Street, Suite 140. Now let's take a look at that's the address that's got to be everywhere. So let's go back over here. We're going to open this up in a new window. and put it right here, and let's see what address we got. I come over here, and it might be exactly the same. It is. It's good. Yeah, this is the exact address is here. It's in here. You don't see that often. Usually times you see a number here or STE. This is the same. That's what you need to have everywhere. This address needs to be everywhere. So that's what I recommend you do. So let's take a look at one other thing here. We're back to the map pack for IT support near me in Phoenix, Arizona. These guys are paying to be here, and they're paying to be here. All right? And so I got to believe they're paying a little bit of money for this. Okay, so they have 34 Google reviews. Say they've been in business 15 years, and they have all those seemingly technicians across their webpage. So I got to believe they have had more than 34 customers in the last couple of years. And so this is the interesting part. If this is a plumber, or this was a dentist, or this was doctor, lawyer, whatever, there would be a lot more than 76 Google reviews here, 74 Google reviews, because that's the way people are choosing. That's the way you choose it's the way you choose your Mexican restaurant, your dentist, or whatever. That's the way people look at this. Is okay. Let's see what we're going to. This guy has 76. They has 74. That's 37. You have 34. You're not that far off, but I'm telling you, if you put a concerted effort into it, and that's what we do, is we get you a ton of Google reviews, and we have this new way we do it. Put that aside. Whether you do it our way or someone else's way, you're paying a lot of money to be here. You're paying a lot of money to be here. And then when people come here, they're not clicking on you because you only have 34 reviews. So what you should do, I recommend strongly, the number one thing you should do before anything else, everything else I've said, is go out and start getting more Google reviews. Then you fix all the things with your Google business profile. You fix all the things with your website. Again, this is for educational purposes only. This Green Loop IT Solutions is probably a wonderful company. I haven't looked at their bin location yet, but I'm telling you, they could be on the map pack. They just did all the things I'm talking about here. Now, I know that's tough for some of you guys, and you can't do it, but this is the interesting part, is my IT clients have a lot of savvy to them, but they don't seem to understand Google Business Profile and websites, and they hire these website companies that don't seem to know anything about getting on the map pack, and they rarely know anything about organic, that is, the listings below the map pack. And so my guess is Green Loop IT Solutions is paying a lot of money for marketing each year and not to have it work. So again, not cutting down Green Loop IT Solutions. This could be your company. This could be anyone's company. But the point I'm making is you want to be on Google Maps, and you want to have the right number of Google reviews. You want to have more than everyone else. So when people see you on Google Maps, they choose your business. Hey, I'm Billy D here with Connect Folks Marketing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I appreciate you leave us you like and subscribe to this. And hey, check out our other videos. Again, Billy D here. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.